Hello Gaudi class and welcome to Maths for today. We're going to start with our arithmetic, and like yesterday I'd like you to try and challenge yourself to do this in 5 minutes. So again, if you could use a timer, that would be fantastic. If you finish within the 5 minutes, then see if you can do as many of the extensions as you can. There are 80 different answers you could have for challenge 2, so that should keep you going for your 5 minutes. Pause the video, do your arithmetic, and then join me for the answers. Let's start challenge 1. 2 add 2. So 2 add 2 is 4. 7 take away 2. So 7 take away 2 leaves me one hand, that's 5. 20 add 2. I can't do that on my fingers, I don't have enough. So I'm going to put the 20 in my head, I'm going to put the 2 on my fingers, 20, 21, 22. And I'm going to start my extension like I always do, with 13 on one side and 0 on the other. I don't always start with 13, I start with the number we've got. So take that number, start to put it all in one pile and nothing in the other pile. Now it depends on which way I'm looking at the piles, because I could look at the pile that's got all 13 in to start with, and then the pile that's got 0, or I could look at the pile that's got 0 to start with, and then look at the pile that's got 13. Because I can add both ways round and none of my objects have disappeared, I've still got 13. What I'm going to do for this now is I'm going to take 1 from this pile and I'm going to move it over to this pile here. So I'm just going to take 1, and if taking it away from this lot here, then 13 take away 1 will be 12. And I'll still have 13, I've just got 1 less. And then I can do exactly what I did with the first one, I can swap those numbers over. So I've given you 4 different answers there, but there are actually 14 different answers you could have had. Let's have a look at challenge 2. So we're going to start with 41 and 13, and if I look at my ones, I can see that actually they're both quite small. So I don't need to use my 10s and 1s for this, I can do this one in my head. So 1 add 3 is 4, so if I do my 1s first, and 4 add 1 is 5, so that's a nice easy one. I could have done 41 and added my 10, which would give me 51, and then added 3 more to 54. And because I know that both my 1s are small, actually if I'm doing mental arithmetic, if I'm doing it in my head and not on paper, I can actually add my 10s first. We should add our 1s first. But sometimes if we can see that we're not going to have to carry, we can do 40, 50, and then 51, 54, that way around. 4 lots of 2, so that's back to the arithmetic it's back to the multiplication we were doing last week. So 4 lots of 2, so I'm going to put up 4 fingers and I'm going to count in 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 lots of 2. 4 add something equals 15. And like I said yesterday, it looks like an add question, but it's actually a takeaway because you've got to get 15 total. So if you did 4 add 15, you would end up with 19. If you put 19 in here, 4 add 19 is not right. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So that doesn't give us 15 as an answer. So if I was to check that, I would see that I'd got it wrong. So what I have to do is I have to work out, if I've already got 4, how many I need to get to 15. So I could count on, so starting from 4, and then I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that could be 11. The other way around I could do that is I could take away, so 15 take away 4, 30, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. So it'll give me the same answer. So the extension, my favourite answer, 79 add 0. And again, I could have 0 add 79. And I am going to move, I think I'm going to move 5 today. So I'm going to move 5 from this pile here to this pile here. So this pile's got nothing at the moment. If I move 5, it'll have 5. And if I start with 79 and I take away 5, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75, 74. So I will have 74 left on that pile there. And that will still give me 79. And then because I'm enjoying swapping my numbers over, I'm going to go back and swap my numbers over that way. So as always, I'm happy to look at all the different answers you came up with when you put your answers onto Tapestry. Today, we're going to be looking at making multiplication sentences using the multiplication sign. Remember me telling you in the last lesson, it looks like lots of kisses. So we're going to be doing lots of, and again, I might say lots of, I might say groups of. I'm going to try and say both, just because we're used to saying groups of, but we looked at saying lots of last time. It means the same thing. So if we look here, we've got 4 lots of 2. So there's one group here, one group here, one group here, and one group here. So we've got 4 groups or 4 lots, and in each group there are 2 pencils. So we've got 4 lots of 2. Okay, there are 4 lots of 2. So we take our first number, our 4 lots, and we times it by 2, by how many in each group. So this tells us how many groups, this first one here tells us how many groups or how many lots we've got. And the second number tells us how many in each lot. And we can do this one of 2 different ways. We can count all our pencils, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or we can count in 2s with our fingers, 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have got 8 pencils. Let's have a look at, so how many lots of 3 are there? So we have got 1 lot, oops, sorry, got to press that down, 1 lot, 2 lots, 3 lots, 4 lots. We've got 4 lots of 3, 4 groups of 3. So 4 groups of 3. So we take our number of groups, we have got 4 groups, we times it, multiply times it, by the number in each group. So we've got 3 in each group. Now, if you can count in 3s, that's fantastic. 3, 6, 9, 12. If you can't, just count the number of bricks we've got, cubes we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4 lots of 3 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. How many lots of 1 are there? Well done, there are 5 lots of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, we take our 5, we times it by the number in each group, and 5 lots of 1 is 5. You can see we've just got 5. Anything times 1, this doesn't change. So if I had 5 groups of 1, I would have 5. If I had 4 groups of 1, I'd have 4. If I had 9 groups of 1, I'd have 9. If I had a billion groups of 1, I'd have a billion. So whatever you times by 1 doesn't change. Anything times 1 will stay the same. Right, for this one, how many groups of 5 are there? So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 5. We have 5 groups or 5 lots of 5. 5 lots of 5. So we have 5 groups and there are 5 people in each group. So we have 5 times 5 and we can count in 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So altogether we have 25 people. How many lots of 8 are there? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One bunch of grapes, but it has 8 grapes on it. So we've got 1 bunch. So we've got 1 group, 1 lot of 8. So there's 1 lot of 8. So again, we've got how many groups? And we times that by how many in each group. So there's 8 in each group. And I just told you that when you times something by 1, the answer doesn't change. So the answer is 8. And like addition, multiplication is commutative. You can do it in either way round. And we've shown you that a few times when we've looked at numbers in our arithmetic. So if we give you 5 times 8, we don't know our 8 times table, we can swap them around and do 8 times 5. Doesn't work for subtraction, just for addition and multiplication. Okay, so we have got 2 pictures and we have got 2 number sentences and multiplication signs. We've got to work out which of these goes with which picture. So can you help me match the multiplication sentence to the right picture? So we have got, I'm going to just ask you to very quickly decide which way around those 2 go. So in this one here, we've got 1, 2, 3 groups and we have got 5 spots in each group. So we have got 3 lots of 5. In this one, we have got 1, 2, 3 lots, and each lot has got 2 in it. So we've got 4. I don't remember saying 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of 2. Can't hear myself. 4 lots of 2. So we have got 2, 4, 6, 8 pencils altogether. Let's have a look at this one. So we're going to have a look at the vase. We've got 2 vases, and each vase has got 4 flowers in it. So we've got 2 lots of 4. And altogether we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And here we've got that bunch of grapes again. So we've got 1 lot of 8. So 1 lot of 8. 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, so it is your turn. Challenge 1, all you have to do is match the statement and write in the answer. So you've got 2 different statements here. So have a look at the picture. Do we have 4 lots of 2, or do we have 2 lots of 2? So we have 4 lots. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of 2. So we've got this one here. So we're just going to write this one out. So 4 lots of 2, and we're going to write the multiplication question that goes with that. So 4 times 2 equals, and let's count in 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8. I need to take the answer off that one because this is your question for you to be doing. Silly me. So if that's question 1. Question 2, which one of those statements goes with the picture you've got here? So which one matches? Is that 2 lots of 5 or 3 lots of 5? And then you need to put in the answer. So you aren't writing out the one that is wrong. You're only writing out the one that is the correct statement that goes with the picture, and then you're just writing in the answer. So if you think it's that one, you write in this answer. If you think it's this one, you write in that answer. For the next one, question 3, so this is challenge 2, getting a little bit trickier. Again, it's exactly the same. Do you have 4 lots of 3, or do you have 3 lots of 3? And whichever one you think is right, write out the multiplication with the answer. So you don't have to do the one that is wrong. And again, exactly the same thing. What have you got? Have you got 6 lots of 6, or have you got 5 lots of 5? And again, just write out the multiplication multiplication sentence that shows you what you've got in the picture. Challenge 3. So question 5. Do you have 3 lots of 6, or do you have 6 lots of 3? And question 6. Do you have 6 lots of 5 or 6 lots of 6? And the extension for today is to draw one for yourself. So can you draw a picture that shows 6 lots of 2 and then write the multiplication sentence that goes with it? So I look forward to seeing your work on tapestry, and I will see you for the next lesson.